The purpose of the special meeting is to give residents of Manchester the opportunity to address the board on items of concern affecting the community. That each person will be given only one opportunity to speak. All comments shall be limited to 3 minutes, and any comments must be directed to the chair. Any resident wishing to speak, come forward to the nearest microphone, clearly state your name and address when recognized, and give your comments.
Jeff Cassell.
It's been a long time since I've been here,
And the
about
rules
10
haven't
years.
changed. Can you please remove your hat?
My what?
Your hat.
It's a spending cap, Mr. Mayor. It's a spending cap. It's like a billboard, First Amendment thing. It says spending cap, it's taxcap.org on the front. I'm sorry. It's not out of any disrespect to you, and believe me, if I had your head of hair, Mr. Mayor, I don't think I'd be wearing this thing. And
It
Mr.
hasn't
Shea,
been that long, actually.
I don't know how old you are, Mr.
Working on
Shea,
your
you've been
3
here a long
minutes.
time, but I think I might be the oldest person in the front part of this room.
Age is a number and mine's unlisted.
Yeah, well, it does catch up with us. Just to reacquaint myself with the people that have never met me, I am Jeff Cassell. I've lived in Manchester for 40 years, and I guess you might say that I was the original father of the spending cap, now known as the tax cap. And the whole design of that program was to keep costs low. At the time, we were getting increases in taxes of 5–6% a year under Mayor Baines. And at that time, I ran for mayor, along with Frank Ginta and Mayor Baines, and we defeated Mayor Baines. I did not become mayor, but I think I helped Frank Ginta win, and we didn't have too much in the way of tax increases after that. The tax cap finally got on the ballot in 2011, and it passed 60% to 40%. So there are some very brave aldermen in here going against the tide, signing up to union contracts that might crash through the cap. I'm pretty worried about it, and that's why I'm here, and that is why I may have to run again for an office here in this chamber. Haven't decided which one yet. It's important for the people in this chamber and the people watching this meeting to understand that the people who really count are the taxpayers, the people that pay the bills for all the employees and all the costs in this city. And there are some that believe we got a mafia running this city that's extracting cash from property owners and handing it over to members of municipal unions.
30 seconds.
Is that all that's left? It's 30 seconds? Is that what that means?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you what I mean. Mr. Kevin Healy made $146,916 in salary last year with a $53,000 benefit package, fire department. Michael Gamache, $145,000 a year, $62,000 benefit package. We have, this is the first page of the highest paid people in the city of Manchester. And there's a lot of people making a lot of money, and in many ways, this is a reverse Robin Hood, where the poor of this city, who happen to own property, are giving to the rich.
3 minutes.
Okay, I want to thank everybody, and I represent taxcap.org, and you'll be hearing from me later.
Glenn Willett.
Good evening. I'm Glenn Willett, and I live at 112 Auburn Street. I want to talk about the budget. But first, I want to make a statement. I know that there are certain aldermen here on this board that think that I shouldn't be thinking about the past. But you know, what happened in the past still affects this city today. For example, Canal Street Garage was sold in 2003 for $3.3 million. And in 2005, it got resold in the private sector for $9.6 million. One, we gave it away. Two, we needed the parking. It was right central between the Mill Yard and the downtown. Today, we are crying for parking in both areas. And three, we spent the money. In instead of paying the bond. And why? I'm being told by people who were on this board then that times were good. Well, times aren't so good now, and we could use that money. And in fact, a couple of years ago, the bonding people made it very clear that you had 5 years to finish paying on it. So now, as of this year, we haven't owned that parking garage for 14 years, and after this year, I believe we still have 3 more years to pay down on it. So 17 years after we own a building, after we sell a building and we're still paying for it, is not good management. That's waste. Today, we complain about parking. Number 2, again, roads. 3 years ago, we created this common sense. We hired someone professional to tell us how to do our roads the right way, where it would solve the problems and keep our roads for a longer stretch. And we have 3 ways to do it. Well, M Street should be done the way Canal Street was done, or we are wasting taxpayers' money. If you think you are doing the businesses a favor when you're going to have to come back in 2 years and do it again, you're not. And if you think you're doing the taxpayers a favor by spending nearly $2 million every other year
30
and not
seconds.
getting the job done right, it's wrong. Why is it in this city that both in the city and in the school section, we have to do things many, many times before we get it right? Why is that? We need to change the attitude. Just imagine, tomorrow night they're voting on redistricting for the 17th year in a row. And what have we gotten for all that money spent?
3 minutes.
We're still at no redistricting. It doesn't work, Your Honor, and Board of Mayor and Aldermen, and it's time that we change the attitude and the policies in this city to manage our city so that we can finally move it forward. Thank you.
That's all we have, Your Honor.
Anyone else wishing to speak? Is there a motion to take all comments under advisement and further receive and file in written documentation? Alderman O'Neill by Alderman Long. All in favor?
Aye.